My name is China.When. I was born in Qingang Village, a remote mountain village at the foot of green hills under Bazhang City, Sichuan province. The village is dotted with low, ramshackle yob houses, their earthen walls weathered and patched with mud. A narrow blue stone path winds up the mountain, glistening with slippery moss on rainy days, and the air is always thick with a damp, earthy mildew that clings to your clothes, especially on overcast days. On afternoons, village elders gather under the gnarled old locust tree beside the stone mill, some doing needlework, others smoking dry tobacco. Their low, gravelly voices drift through the village, and the scariest story they tell, the one that makes even bold men shift uncomfortably, is about Luosha, my grandpa, a stooped old man with a face crisscrossed by deep wrinkles. Waist first to tell me about it, he sat on a chipped stone bench, clutching a bamboo pipe he puffed on with a click-clack sound. ESH fell on his faded indigo jacket, but he paid no mind, his eyes fixed on the distant mass graved behind the mountain. His voice dropped to a whisper, as if fearing being heard. Nyan, remember, if no grass grows on a grave for 3 years, it's a terrible omen. The courtse house turned into Luosha. I was 7 or 8 then, huddled tightly in his warm embrace, my heart pounding, clinging to his jacket. I asked in a trembling voice, "Grandpa, what does Luosha look like?" He knocked his pipe against the bench, his eyes darkening with fear. It looks human, but its face, ISA sickly blue, eyes blood red, and nails long, sharp enough to pierce wood. It smells of rotten decay, worse than an outhouse. The scariest part, when it comes back, it first thinks its closest family. Grandma.When, her head wrapped in a faded indigo scarf, paused her needlework and chimed in, voice quivering. It's true, decades ago, an old man in the next village died, and his grave was bare for 3 years. One night, his son got up to use the outhouse, and there stood the old man, blue face, red eyes. He dragged his son away, and the next morning, only a few drops of blood were found. The village said Luosha ate him. I pulled Grandpa's jacket tighter, scared. Will there be Luosha in our village? He stroked my head, sighing, I hope not, but this village is glooming with many unburied deaths in the mountain. Be careful. That night, I didn't sleep well at all. I kept hearing a rustling sound outside the window, like someone was scratching at it. I buried my head under the quilt, too scared to peek out, and all I could think about was the Luosha my grandpa described. Back then, I really thought it was just a scary story the elders made up to keep kids in line. How could a dead person come back to life and eat people? It sounded absurd, but I never expected that. Before long, what my grandpa said actually happened in our Qingang village. It all started with a shrill scream from old man Lee's house at the west end of the village.